Hey, it's Jeff from Acme LiveScan and Notary. Today I wanted to talk about being a private service provider for LiveScan fingerprinting here in the state of California. So when you're fingerprinted here, you have to bring one of these forms, which is a LiveScan request form. And that has to be filled out in order for me to take your fingerprints. Well, sometimes on the bottom here, I don't know if you can see it, they have level of service somewhere here. So that tells you, does it have to be just the California Department of Justice, or does it have to go to the FBI, or both? So my software, it's either the DOJ or both. I can't just do the FBI for if I'm sending it directly to the DOJ. I can do FBI channeling, which is directly to the FBI, but that's a different service. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because sometimes people bring these forms to you, they're filled out, and they have a billing number on there. So the billing number, what that means is that whoever's billing number is on there, you type that in your computer, and that person will be billed the government fees. So let's just say they had Department of Justice and FBI checked. Normally that's $49 here in the state for that level of service. And that whoever's billing number goes in the computer, that's who gets the bill at the end of the month. Well, I did a fingerprint job the other day, and they had a billing number. I put that in, and I looked at the level of service and everything, but I didn't verify it before I submitted it. And what happened was she called me up and says, hey, they got the DOJ results back, but they didn't get the FBI results. So I said, okay, no problem. Let me double check to see if I didn't screw up or whatever, which I did. I didn't check the FBI box. So on some of these forms, like this is for the Notary Public, it's automatically checked. You type in Notary Public and it's good to go. You don't have to worry about it. It's great. What trips you up, or at least me, is when you use somebody else's billing number. Some of these forms they'll default just to DOJ, and you physically have to go in there and say, yes, I want an FBI background check. And if you don't take that precaution, you end up paying the money. So this lady came back, and I lost $50 because I had to resubmit it again, and this time I had to use my own billing number, so I had to waste time and pay $50. So that's just something that you need to be aware of as a LiveScan service provider, that you need to double check that form just like you would do with any other type of service. If you're a notary and you're doing fingerprinting, it's just like a loan signing. You have to go through the form and make sure that everything matches up in your computer before you submit the information. If there's something that's off or whatever, don't submit it. Find out what your problem is and then get that resolved before you hit submit. Because once it's submitted, you can't do anything. You can't call up the DOJ and say, hey, I forgot to check FBI. It doesn't work that way. They say, yep, sorry, you have to resubmit. And they get money. That's how they get a lot more money, is because mistakes like I do. And I'm telling you this so that you won't make mistakes like I do. Not saying that it's happened to everybody, I'm sure at least once. And if it hasn't happened to you because you're very meticulous and precise on checking your form and everything, then awesome for you. But I just wanted to share that with you, and hopefully that is helpful. And then for those that are watching this that are not fingerprint technicians, you can take and learn from this as well, because what that fingerprint, what that billing number means to you as a consumer is you only have to pay the LiveScan provider's rolling fee. So a lot of times people come to me and say, hey, I only paid $25 at this other guy. Why are you charging me $85? Well, because they probably charged $25 because it was for something else that that somebody was paying the other fees, the government fees, and that's why they only paid $25. And this go around, they had to pay all the government fees, including the rolling fee. So that's very important to share when you're speaking to the public, because they don't know, they just think you're taking advantage of them, but that's not the case. What the case is, you're trying to collect the money for the state, and every month I get a bill and I get to send off some money to the state. And just a short little story, if you made it this far, just a short story about that. This last month I didn't get a bill, and so the end of the month's coming, and I'm like, man, I need to pay this money, you know. So I reached out to my colleague. I said, hey, did you get a bill? Because I didn't get a bill. She said, yeah, I got a bill. I said, well, I better call him. I'm trying to get a hold of him because I need to send it in or whatever, figure it out. So she sent me a form so that I can mail in. It's a credit card authorization form, so I can just have them pay it through credit card, and then it's paid. So I did that yesterday. For part of it, I'm going to have to resubmit a new submission because my credit limit is not as high as my bill. so I need to pay the credit card off and then do it again. But you just have to be aware of all these little things that you won't know until you are walking in those shoes of fingerprinting and get to realize all the things that can go wrong as you start doing this work. So I hope that was helpful, and like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you on another video. Have a great one.